Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of QG Diaries, a program on Quranology Television, QGTV. Today I'd like to continue the exposition of Tawallud and Ta'abud in Quran. Last week we looked at chapter 18 and 19, well actually just chapter 18, on Tawallud, which is defined as the doctrine which says that Allah has taken a favorite, and by worshipping this favorite, we thereby attain salvation. That's Tawallud. Ta'abud, on the other hand, is a direct connection with God. So what we want to do is to avoid Tawallud, and we want to embrace Ta'abud. That's what I said last week. However, this week I was asked a question on Facebook: is Tawallud about religion and Ta'abud about Deen? Now, that's very interesting. Religion versus Deen. This dichotomy comes from Mr. Ghulam Ahmad Parvez. He was a Quranist thinker, passed away about 30 years ago, and I was profoundly influenced by his thinking, although I disagree with many things he says. Mr. Parvez pointed out that Islam is not a religion but a deen, but he understood it in a different way. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is Tawallud is about religion. Now, what do I mean by this? In all religions, all major religions, we have the concept of the founder of the religion. So we have people like Muhammad, Jesus, who's in reality, it would be St. Paul, who formulated the doctrine of Christianity. I'm sure Judaism has its own founders as well, and on and on. So usually, at least the way I was brought up, we are taught to learn about these founders and copy these founders and even make dua or prayers through these people in order for us to achieve salvation. Now that is Tawallud. That is the doctrine that Allah has taken a favorite and we access that favorite in order to attain salvation. This is absolutely not the program of Quran. The program of Quran is the opposite of that, which is for us to engage with reality. So we are in this world, there are certain laws which we have to follow. I'm not talking about legal laws, yeah? We're talking about moral laws, even metaphysical laws which we follow in order for us to develop as human beings and thereby attain salvation. That to me is Quranic doctrine. So now we should look at an analogy, if you like. Let's say if you had a book about physical training or exercise. The book is by Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, who's a major figure in the world of bodybuilding. So Arnold will tell you how to go about doing things. Yeah, he'll tell you about his exercises and what he went through in order to achieve the body which he now has. Now, simply by reading the book and making dua to Arnold, you are not going to achieve the results which Arnold did. Obviously, we can see that. It's something which is so demonstrable in the world. But what if we copied Arnold? We did the exercise ourselves, tempering the intensity of that exercise to our own personal abilities. Then we will achieve a modest level of development. So this is the difference between Tawallud and Ta'abud. Tawallud is to read about some figure, make dua to that figure, and expect salvation. It doesn't happen because it does not conform to universal laws. Ta'abud, on the other hand, is to engage with those laws. And that is what Quran is about. Quran will tell you all the social laws you need to know, all the metaphysical laws, even the psychological laws, what kind of mentality you need to have in order to achieve salvation. That's why the Quran tells you about these figures, these Quranic personalities, so that you may copy them and attain the same results they did. They are not there to be glossed. So that's all the time we have this week. Hopefully next week I will talk about chapter 19 and how chapter 19 contributes to the idea of Tawallud versus Ta'abud. Many thanks for your viewership. Hope to see you next week. Bye.